On the previous lessons, we considered two sections: diversity, structure, and functions of living organisms, and reproduction, heredity, variability, evolutionary development. Today we'll consider the third section. Yes? Не то. Извиняюсь с самого начала. Лекция номер 16. On the previous lessons, we considered two sections in the framework of biology subject. They are diversity, structure, and functions of living organisms, and reproduction, heredity, variability, evolutionary development. Today we will consider the next section, organisms and the environment. The biosphere is the area of distribution of life on a cosmic body. While the existence of life on space objects other than Earth is still unknown, it is believed that the biosphere can spread to them in more hidden areas, for example, in lithospheric cavities or in subglacial ocean. An ecosystem is a functional unity of living organisms and their habitat. The main characteristic features of an ecosystem are its dimensionalness and ranklessness. An ecosystem is the main functional unit of ecology, which is a unity of living organisms and their habitat organized by energy flows and biological circulation of substances. The section Organisms and the Environment represents the totality of all living organisms about biosphere, ecosystem, population, and impact of human activity. In the subsection Biosphere, Ecosystem, Population, in the section Organisms and the Environment, topics are also gradually becoming more complex. The topics of the subsection are presented in the figure. There you can see that school children of 7th class have to describe human ecosystem interaction. In the 8th class, justify the need to conserve and maintain biological diversity. And 9th class, explain the impact of mining and processing of minerals on the environment. Next, information about the features of the planning and organization of lessons. First method is projection or designing in biology lessons. The design method is a way in which learners create reality themselves. They themselves form and develop the learning situation. They try themselves in various activities and determine their preferences and interests. Project activities in the classroom are aimed at cooperation between a teacher and a school child. The development of creative abilities is a form of assessment in the process of lifelong education and provides an opportunity for the early information of professionally significant skills of school children. The project method is aimed at personal development, their independence, and creativity. The project method is based on the idea of the orientation of the educational and cognitive activity of school children on the results that is obtained when solving a particular practically or theoretically significant problem. Using the project method is practice leads to a change in the role of function of the teacher. With this approach, the teacher acts as a consultant, partner, organizer of the cognitive activity of his school child. In the process of working on a project, school children have a need to acquire new knowledge and skills. There is a process of consolidating the skills of working on a separate topic or a large block of the course of biology. For example, project excursion in groups. Next, active teaching methods. Active teaching methods are the organization of school children action aimed at understanding and solving specific learning problems. The formation of educational activity as a way of actively obtaining knowledge is one of the directions of the development of school child personality. For example, game technology should be applied much more widely in the classroom. The game does not have to take an entire lesson and prepare for a long time for both the teacher and children. A significant place in pedagogical technologies should be given to small competitive games. Such a game technically will take 5 or 7 minutes in the lesson, but it will solve a lot of educational and developmental problems. Next, jigsaw is designed for school children to help each other learn. Requires careful preliminary preparation from the teacher so that the task is scheduled in the form of task sheets. Here each school child processes the material. They become expert and they explain their piece of material. Each of them takes an active role, teaching and learning. And last, information and communication technologies with presentation and electronic encyclopedias. About the control and measuring tools, for assessing the knowledge of pupils, we need to keep in mind requirements according to criteria-based assessment, and of course, we can consider some examples in the framework of considerate methods: project defense, self-assessment, and computer testing.